What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Couchside Sports. It is episode number 10. As always, I'm Matt Parnell, joined alongside by Lucas Fanslaw. How you doing, Lucas? It's been a couple of weeks.
It has. We hit double digits for episodes, so you know we're not a flash in the pan, boys.
Yeah, we're here. Number 10. That's
Train is on the tracks. We are rolling. We had a bit of a week break. Matt had a little golf trip with the boys.
That's right. Yeah, played some golf and then went up to Castlegar. Had a good time there for a couple days and had to come home early.
Oh yeah, got up to some tomfoolery and goonery.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Golf was tough. It was fucking hard, dude. Those three courses out in Kelowna, Black Mountain, Gallagher's Canyon, and Tower Ranch, they were difficult courses. Definitely not like what we play around here, that's for sure.
And this is you're about, give or take, like a 10 handicapper, and you shot a
91 and a 92.
Oof.
Friday was a scramble, which we won. And I also ended up winning the gross low score. Everybody kind of struggled. It was tough go.
Yeah. Did that have anything to do with the booze in that night potentially?
There might have been some of that. Couple of wobbly pops, and you're feeling it the next day for sure.
Oh, totally. It adds up.
How was your week?
It was good. Friggin', you were nice enough to attend my daughter's first birthday today.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It was a good time. Very busy day. I was telling you, it was like go for 12 hours, and then I sat down waiting for you to come over, and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to sit here and not move.
I'm taking the rest of the night off.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we shot the shit for a couple hours before the show, just catching up and kind of checking in on the news around the world of sports. There's not a whole lot of hockey talk really to discuss this week, so I think we'll take a break from the NHL this week. And, I mean, NFL training camps kicked off this week, and we got some good stories to talk about there.
Yeah. Here's we'll start it with a obscure random question I've been saving for you.
Yeah.
Super random. You're quasi baseball guy.
Yeah.
Is Paul Skeens as generational as they say it is?
He seems to be like one of the most outstanding pitchers we've seen in a long time. I would say he's
even as like it's his second year, right?
It's his second year.
Even
yeah.
as a young guy who hasn't even grown into his game.
Yeah, and he's playing for fucking Pittsburgh too, and they stink. So he's a 5-8 record this year. He's only got a 1.91 ERA. Well, and he's got 8 losses. That means in those 8 losses, if he's given up 2 runs or less, they can't even fucking put 3 runs on the board.
Yeah.
That's rough.
That's the stat that I saw. Pardon My Take was just talking about it the other day. They randomly brought it up, and they were saying to have that low of an ERA, you are the only good player on the team.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. He's a 16-11 in his first 2 seasons. Well, I guess 1.5 seasons. A 1.94 ERA with 307 strikeouts.
Damn.
So he's a stud, dude. I don't think he'll be staying in Pittsburgh. Sorry, Pittsburgh fans. I know there's a lot of Pirate fans out there. Like 6 of them total. None of them are listening to this podcast.
When's the last time they were good?
I don't even know. I feel like I remember I remember a period of time like maybe within the last 10 years where they were like decent for like 2 seasons, I want to say. And then they've gone back to just being ass.
Damn. That's a brutal existence.
Yeah, they're not very good. They're wild card bursts. There you go. 2013, 2014, 2015. That's the stretch that I was thinking of. But since then, their last NL East division title was in 1992.
Damn.
So I mean, you weren't even
brutal.
a twinkle in the eye.
That's brutal. I wasn't.
You
even
weren't even a thought, bro.
No, I wasn't even a thought.
I would have been 4. So
well,
definitely before my time watching baseball.
Well, baseball's an interesting. It's kind of it's definitely the dead season in sports when you're talking about baseball.
Yeah, especially on a Canadian podcast.
Yeah, totally. But Pardon My Take last week, they actually had on the baseball commissioner.
Oh yeah.
And they were actually asking him about like how some fan bases might be salty because their owners can't spend.
Mm-hmm.
And the commissioner was brutally honest. He said that owners will have an analyst. Mm-hmm. And they'll go to the analyst and they'll say, hey, like I want to put up an extra 50 mil this year.
Right.
The analyst takes the 50 mil, grinds the numbers. He goes back to the owner and he says, For $50 million, we can get an extra 6 wins. The owner says, fuck that.
Yeah.
And some of the owners, as rich as they are, they can't compete with the Shohei Ohtani
The
contract.
$700 million contract.
Yeah, totally. But no, it was kind of interesting for him to just straight up admit that there's just some owners in baseball who aren't rich enough to keep up with the fucking billionaires.
Did we talk about Bobby Bonilla on this podcast? I feel like we did a few weeks ago. The guy that's like, he had the contract in like the early 2000s.
That was going for 30 years.
And then he deferred it. Yeah, now he's
Yeah.
getting paid for like, until it's like 2034 or something like that.
Yeah.
What a legend. But that's what Ohtani did too. Hey, he deferred a bunch of his contract. And I'm noticing actually in the NHL they're doing that right now as well. This will be the last year that they can do it. And there was
What, so financially they're just like, if you get 10 mil, they're just saying like, give me 5 right now and give me $1 million for 5 years?
well, it's usually give me 5 right now and then you owe me 5 more, but I'm going to take it deferred. So give me like 10 over the next, 10 years starting in like 7 years kind of thing. Right. So there's an incentive for the player to take that.
Yeah.
But I think in the NHL, I think it's a bit more regulated. I think it's like,
Gotcha.
I don't know about, I'd have to look at the Ohtani contract to like, it's a big one. It's 10. Okay, Ohtani, sorry, one thing here. 10 years, $700 million contract is what he signed. That's insane.
That is. So when Paul Skeens inevitably leaves Pittsburgh, is he going to get that type of money?
I don't know if he'll get the Shohei Ohtani money, but he'll definitely get like he'll get a massive raise, and he'll probably go play for like the Dodgers or the Giants or the Yankees, something like that.
What, you thinking like a 10-year $400 million, or you think shorter?
I actually don't know enough about pitcher money in baseball. I'd have to look it up, but like if you let's look it up. Starting pitchers salaries, and then let's see number one is going to be Ohtani, but he's kind of like a unique case because he can play designated hitter as well.
Does he DH?
Yeah, he DHs. Yeah, he's like the new age Babe Ruth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he hits bombs.
As proven.
Yeah.
He's good at home runs when you're looking at Bet 365, and he's the only guy who's minus odds on home runs.
I know, right? It's crazy. So starting pitchers, Blake Snell right now is making $68 million for the Dodgers. That is crazy. So yeah,
is that a year?
I think so, dude. We got in the wrong business.
Oh, seriously, dude. I should have tried throwing the ball more.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, actually, hold on a second. It looks like he's getting paid $30 million, and then there's a $31 million luxury tax. So his actual like cap hit is 64.
But
no, it says cumulative cash $64 million this year. So again, I don't know if that means he's getting paid $64 million. Probably. Next year he's 77, then 90, then 103, and then in 2029 he'll be getting paid $116 million.
Damn.
So yeah, Skeens will be up there like in some sort of contract like that.
He'll be pretty set up.
Yeah, I'm wondering what his contract is right now. He's on a rookie deal. He's getting paid. He signed a record-breaking $9 million contract with the Pirates after being selected as the first overall pick.
What's rookie in MLB?
I think $875 minimum.
Damn.
Something like that.
So he got a bit above average.
Yeah, so...
And is that 5 years?
Yeah. Oh, interesting. This is actually the last year of his deal.
Really?
Yeah, so he gets... He doesn't get arbitration next year, though, so he'll have to sign whatever they kind of offer him.
Gotcha.
I mean, he doesn't have to sign whatever they offer him, but he has nowhere to go.
So he only had a 2-year rookie deal?
Yeah, so he's making $900,000 a year, but he signed a $9 million contract. So I'm guessing, yeah, well, it's actually his third year. It says 2023 signing bonus $9.2 million, and then last year he made $2.7 million, and then this year he's making $800K.
Gotcha.
Oh, the cumulative cash. I'm an idiot.
He's stoned.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. The cumulative cash is how much cash they've made over their entire career. So whatever I was looking at there beforehand, that's why it was adding up. So it is $28 million a season that other pitcher's making. So Skeens he'll be up there. He'll be 20-25 mil a season.
Damn.
If you look at baseball contracts, they're just mind-boggling, dude. Like considering, like, I don't know, it's not really a sport that a lot of people in Canada watch. I know it's big in the States.
Yeah.
But like I just don't know how big it is. You know, like I feel like you can watch any given game and there'd be like 4,000 fans there. Of course, you're watching the Yankees or the Dodgers; they're selling out.
Yeah.
But I feel like half the league is like just fucking barely making it.
Well, I was gonna say you like turn on a Yankees game and you know that pitcher cam they have where it's staring from the mound at the catcher behind home plate, absolutely packed. You turn on a Miami Marlins game, and even those prime seats, they're like a third full, dude.
Yeah, and there's a
brutal.
kid that's running down from the 12th row down to the first row.
Yeah, totally getting a good view. Yeah,
it's
it
crazy.
is weird how some of those teams scrape by, though. Just how do you compete in that market?
Their TV deal must be insane in the MLB. I don't know what it is. MLB TV deal USA. So NBC Sports signed a new package in 2022 until 2025. Interesting. I guess they split ways. But in 2022, let's see here. They signed a seven-year deal worth $100 million. No, that's Apple TV. Anyways, it's
It's crazy.
It's got to be. Oh, there we go. $4 billion over 8 years. That was in 2012. That's the last one that I can see here that's public knowledge, or at least on the Wikipedia page.
Damn.
So, yeah.
I saw Schefter reported
Yep.
the NFL last year, $13.9 billion it brought in.
Holy fuck. That is
Yeah.
insane, dude.
That's fucking crazy.
I mean, that's the most popular sports in the States.
It definitely is.
It's not even close.
It definitely is, and
Yeah.
they've been. I feel like it's been getting bigger worldwide.
It is. Yeah, there's a serious talk about them having a European division at some point.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that, but they. Do you remember in 2008 they had the NFL Europe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it lasted for like 2 seasons.
Yeah, the minor leagues.
Yeah, they just got to have a fucking minor league, and I think it was on the pod that Tristan, shout out Tristan, was on.
Yeah.
We were talking about the development problem in the NFL.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like in Europe, there's a lot of these like lower level leagues. Like I was listening to NFL radio on Sirius XM, and they were saying that there's a Poland league, and the Polish league, like the guys just
Like American football?
American football in
Poland.
Yeah, in Poland. And they were saying that there's like a couple of like American kids that'll go over that played like Div 3 college football here, or
Yeah.
I guess in the States, and they'll go over to that league and they'll be like the best players by far.
Really?
Yeah. And I
That's
think
crazy.
it's semi-pro. Like I don't think they're making, obviously money, like, or
No, like
a ton
60
of money.
grand a year.
Could you imagine playing football like that and only making $60K a year?
Oh, that'd be brutal. Getting fucking
Like, you
CTE
break-
for
break-
$60K a year.
Exactly. Fuck, dude.
Imagine the ultras over there at the football stadiums.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. I think
That's gotta be a dangerous place to be, man.
it's got to be. Yeah, I wonder if they take their football seriously like they do their other football.
Oh, I feel like there's gotta be some fanatics.
For sure.
But yeah, we're kinda in the dead season for sports, but we got a couple training camp things going on.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to just get this one out of the way. We were talking about beforehand the Terry McLaurin thing. As a Commanders fan, it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, before we get into that, has there been any update on the Cincinnati Browns situation with those two guys?
They signed their rookie yesterday.
Okay.
Just yesterday.
Wow.
It took that long.
Jesus,
But Trey Hendrickson is still holding out.
interesting.
To the point he tweeted, "I'm just chilling," or it wasn't a tweet, it was an Instagram along the lines of, he said, "I'm just chilling here in Florida waiting for a call."
That's crazy. I
Just
wonder
straight
if it's-
up saying he's hanging out in Florida.
Do you think it's he's waiting to get a deal done? Do you think it is going to be like the Le'Veon Bell situation? Do you remember that from a few years ago?
Yeah, where he held out almost the whole season.
He did. Yeah, he held out, didn't get a contract, sat out the whole year, and then the next
and
season
then his
signed,
career fell off.
and he fell off. Yeah. And it's just like
He went to the Jets and fell off, I think, right?
Yeah, fell off big time, like off a cliff.
Yeah, because when he was with Pittsburgh, he was like, everyone was like banging the drum for top 5.
He was like RB3 in the league.
Oh, dude,
Like, he was
totally.
so good.
Here's another name who fell off at the same time. Him and Todd Gurley.
Oh, Todd Gurley. Todd
Fucking
Gurley the second,
disappeared.
or is it the
The
third?
the second.
The second.
The second.
Todd Gurley the second. TG2.
But yeah, no. How does that McLaurin situation have you feeling?
Yeah, kind of pissed. I mean, I feel like just pay the man. I don't understand. Like we were looking at it beforehand. He's the 17th highest paid wide receiver in the league. DK Metcalf was like 6th, and like I think McLaurin is way more effective than Metcalf is. He's got 5 years in the league. Every year he's got 1,000 yards receiving.
Yeah.
On a team that like prior to last season didn't have a QB. Like, say what you will about, I guess, Kirk Cousins in 2018, but, like, he's no Jaden Daniels.
No.
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 It's not like Peyton Manning's been throwing the ball out there. So for McLaurin to have 1,000 yards a season, he's 29 years old. Give him a fucking deal. Just pay the guy. Like, I don't know what he could even be asking for that would be, like, that outrageous. Because there's no way he's asking for Justin Jefferson money, which is $22.3 million a year.
And they've got $21 million cap space.
Just yeah, and it's we're talking an extension. He's under contract this year for 11.5.
Yeah.
So if you're extending him, include that 11.5, and what you're maybe tacking on another 4 or 5 million a year.
Yeah.
So you still have 16, 17 million in cap space. I mean, they're gonna have to probably do something when Daniels comes off his rookie contract. But that's a future issue. Like you just get those deals done, and there's no other receiver in Washington. I feel like. It's your 1A guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's, I don't know. It's silly to me.
And friggin' the thing about Daniels is, like, I understand he is, like, the next GOAT.
Yeah.
He's going to be great. And I totally agree. But the thing about having a fucking receiver like Terry McLaurin is I heard someone say that you're a good player when you change the play and the ball doesn't go to you in this sense.
Yeah.
The ball snapped. Terry McLaurin's lined up on the outside. When he's running down the field, he demands 2 defensive backs on coverage.
It's making it
Like,
easier for everybody else.
He demands it. If you don't do that, you're asking to get punished for that mistake.
Yeah.
That, like he just said, that just pulls away another guy, and it's immediately odd numbers in the offensive's favor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. They have to double team. They have to.
It was the same as, have you ever seen the clip of Calvin Johnston?
Yeah. Megatron?
Yep, playing the Saints, and 2 cornerbacks line up on him in press coverage. 2 cornerbacks playing man coverage on one guy. That's what the Saints were running when the Detroit got into the red zone.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude.
That is wild.
That is aura.
Yeah.
That is fucking aura right
there.
there.
He was a beast, dude.
Oh, just fucking disgusting.
Yeah. I think he retired a little early.
He didn't have a long career, but the thing about him is he played for the Lions the whole time, man. Like,
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he went to a super successful franchise?
Yeah, this is when the Lions were
Like he could have
ass.
played with Brady when Brady was in his prime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first team All Pro.
Basically every year he played. How many years did he play?
He played it looks like 9 seasons.
Every single year.
Yeah, like if his first season was his worst, he had 750 yards. Rookie. Okay, 2008 1,300 yards, 2009 1,000, 2010 1,100, 2011 1,700, 2012 he was
Whoa.
almost at 2,000 yards receiving.
What was he at?
1964.
Holy fuck.
He had 122 receptions that year.
Really?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And he had funny enough, he only had 5 touchdowns that year. The year before, he had 16.
Really?
But that's more of an indicative of the team.
Yeah, and the scheme and stuff.
Yeah, if your team's not in the red zone enough, like, that's not the Detroit Lions of today.
That's a fucking crazy career.
Yeah, he was a beast, dude. He was one of those guys, like almost like Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens was a beast as well in his own right.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know what Terrell Owens. He's in the Hall of Fame, obviously, but I don't know what his stats look like. But he was so fun to watch growing up. I guess that probably was like when you were quite young.
Oh, definitely. A bit before I was into football.
Yeah.
Another guy, Moss.
Yeah, Randy Moss. There you go, another one.
Moss.
Randy Moss, dude, what another beast. Randy Moss on the Patriots was just like, that was so broken. The fucking Patriots with Randy Moss and Tom Brady. Yeah. And then I can't remember, they had like was it Wes Welker, I think, on those teams as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did Gronk play with Randy Moss, or I think that probably was right around that era.
I'm pretty sure Hernandez was on those teams too.
Oh, that's who it would have been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was Hernandez.
And I mean, we don't want to talk about him too much, but
We'll skip over that part of the story.
he was pretty good though.
Yeah,
he was really good. Him and Gronk were just gross.
You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it. Aaron Hernandez, better football player than a human.
Yeah, you're definitely going on a limb on saying that one.
I'm just.
Have you watched? I mean, we could talk about that for a second. Have you watched that documentary?
The Swamp Kings?
Yeah, I think it was on Netflix.
No, I haven't. My buddy Liam, shout out Liam, he was telling me to get on those. Like, Netflix has a bunch of really good sports docs.
Yeah, that Netflix doc with about Aaron Hernandez was really good. I mean, it just goes to show you that I think the guy was dealing with CTE. I mean, not to obviously use that as an excuse for what he did, but he clearly just he just wasn't right in the head, and he was kind of always trying to act like a gangster. Like even in college, and then he kind of got his shit together somewhere in college. I think he changed schools or something like that, moved away from the people that he was with as when he was younger, and he got his shit together, and he was a phenomenal football player. And then he started surrounding himself with shitty people again once he became a pro, and obviously one thing led to another.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Football's got some crazy stories like that, like Juice, O.J. Simpson.
Oh yeah.
Fucking O.J. Simpson. Like I'm too young to even have watched him play football, but I mean obviously everyone knows the fucking story with O.J. Simpson, but he was a phenomenal football player.
He have you seen the clip of him in LA being interviewed?
No.
And he's saying he said something along the lines of, "I hate walking around LA because I'm always paranoid I'm going to run into the killer."
Oh my god. Don't look in the mirror, big guy.
Oh yeah, seriously.
That was another really good documentary also on Netflix. So shout out the documentary, 2 recommendations there, the O.J. Simpson one and the Aaron Hernandez one.
Yeah,
the O.J.
totally.
Simpson one's wild. Like the Robert Kardashian was obviously heavily involved in that.
Yeah.
And he was his lawyer, and there's a moment when he pulls into the driveway when the police are waiting for him at his house. O.J. Simpson, after the big car chase, he pulls into the driveway or parks on the street or something like that, and Robert Kardashian grabs something from the back seat, and it's covered in a blanket, and he walks and puts it in his car.
Yeah.
And no one knows what it was.
Really?
Yeah, and it's okay, so there's a lot of interesting shit like that out there. I mean, O.J. Simpson's dead now, I believe. So he's is he dead or is he just in prison? I can't remember.
No, I'm pretty sure
passed
he's
away,
dead.
right? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he died last year.
He also can go on the list of a better football player than human.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Pro Football Hall of Fame. Fuck, what a crazy time, dude.
So, okay, a little bit of a side tangent.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna come to agreements with McLaurin? There's no way they're gonna trade him.
Well, I saw today, and I don't know what radio show it was, but I did see today that there's a local sports talk show in Washington.
Okay.
And the host, after I guess he interviewed Terry McLaurin on live air, the host is worried about trade talks.
Really?
I don't know the details of the conversation. I haven't listened to the interview yet, but it sounds like maybe McLaurin brings it up or kind of quasi brings it up. So I would be definitely concerned if that happened.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
who are you going to throw the ball to? And we're in a position right now where we could be one of the favorites.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, and if you trade him, you got to get a minimum wide receiver 1 back.
Yeah.
If you
how are you doing that?
If you trade on him for a pick, you're obviously not punting on this year, but your odds are going a lot less down without Daniels having that obvious number 1 to throw to.
Yeah, we're in the fucking Philadelphia Eagles division. You got to play them twice.
Yeah.
You got to play the Cowboys twice. You got to play the Giants twice. Well, there's 2 wins. But, the Eagles and the Cowboys, the Cowboys, say what you will about them, they're not an easy out.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, it's not like they're fucking easy wins. And then you got the fucking defending champions. So, I mean, there's 4 games right there of your season just under a quarter, like what, almost 20%, just over 20% of your season where you've got 4 tough games.
Yeah.
You can't be going into the season without a WR1. Like, I do not understand what they're doing. Just pay the guy.
What, would you be happy at 14 a year? Like, give him an extra $3 million?
Yeah, I think no more than 16.
Yeah.
If they had to pay 16 for him, I don't think it'd be the end of the world. But I guess like I have to look into the details, and I don't know specifically if it's term or if it's money. It might be a situation of term. Maybe McLaurin's looking for like a 5-year deal or something like that, take him to 34, or I don't know, and the Commanders are sitting like, maybe around the 3-year deal.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Like, yeah, hopefully it doesn't go the Le'Veon Bell way.
Yeah, that would not be fun.
So how about the Seahawks?
Yeah, they've kind of got me mad about my own thing. They got Noah Fant this week.
Yeah, that was weird. I saw that. It was very bizarre.
That was super out of nowhere, unexpected.
You couldn't trade him? You couldn't trade him for like a sixth?
Well, that's my thing about him, is I'm sure no one wanted. I think the Seahawks saved $8 million on like a $10 million contract or something.
Okay.
So I'm sure teams just didn't want to absorb the $10 million cap hit. But my thing is you're obviously deep, not deep, but you're into the off season. Teams have already built their teams. There's not a lot of cap space left to spare.
Mm-hmm.
You guys should have traded him a while ago and got something for him when teams would say, okay, I'll give you a 5th.
Yeah.
And I can actually account for him in my cap space when we go into this team building part of the off season.
Yeah.
But
now the teams have spent their free agent money. Like, it's like, no, I don't want $8 million.
Yeah, and you're screwing him over, because if you cut him a month ago, he would be at training camp right now for a team competing with a spot. And now his position is basically just stay in shape until something happens, there's an injury, and the team can give you a call and give you a minimum contract for 1 year, and you can take someone's place.
Yeah, he'll be signed by the end of the preseason.
Yeah, and friggin' Seahawks Man-to-Man Seahawks Plug podcast I was listening to, they were talking, and they were saying that typically when that happens, there's something that's not football related, but they're negative in the locker room.
Oh, okay.
They have issues with the coach and staff, like something like that, where when a move like that happens. But Noah Fant is the most laid back.
Yeah, he seems like
no sir, yes sir guy. Like, he's not a fucking hoodlum.
Yeah, what do you need me to do?
And the Seahawks have had guys who have been.
He's no
very
Aaron
vocal.
Hernandez.
No, he's definitely not. He can keep his hands to himself also. But yeah, no, he's just a laid back guy. He doesn't get mad. He's not one of those people where when he's upset he runs to the media.
Mm-hmm.
So because I'm an optimist, I'll play devil's advocate. They went to training camp with AJ Barner.
Mm-hmm.
They had Aroje Arayu.
Yeah, the rookie.
Yeah, the second round tight end.
Yeah, the guy that's like supposed to be a physical freak.
Oh, totally. And they also drafted one in the 4th round, I believe. I forget his name.
Okay.
But I'm going to assume that they went into training camp. They saw AJ Barner in his 2nd year and went, holy fuck. They saw Arroyo in his, just show up, and they were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
We really don't need Fant, and we can use the $8 million in other places.
Right. So they're thinking, hey, like we've got tight end covered. We're confident with what we have. Obviously,
and
all this rookie coming in, they don't know anything about him. Like, they know a little bit about him, but they haven't seen him in person, like up and close.
And on their rookie contracts, it's like we're not even paying Fant's salary with these 3 guys.
Yeah.
So honestly, my only guess is the moral. I guess the indictment is more on the rookies. They were hopefully so impressive that they just didn't need Fant and they could use his cap space elsewhere.
Right. That makes sense. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of as well. Because like you said, he doesn't seem like a guy that's like really going to rock the boat.
No, definitely not. But yeah, and then in sad news, Kenny McIntosh, they think he tore his ACL today at training camp. Our RB3.
That's not good.
No, and it's kind of disappointing because he was like a young guy and he was our RB3, but with Kenny Walker's injuries history, he actually got a decent amount of playing time last year and he was explosive.
Yeah.
He was explosive, just a small little guy who could fucking make a cut upfield and just take off.
Apparently, and I don't know that this is kind of sidetracking a little, but apparently Walker has looked really good in training camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see.
Bro, he can be the best running back in the league. It just depends if he can stay healthy.
Yeah.
And right now he has that injury history that makes me think when his contract's up, John Schneider probably won't sign him unless he can stay healthy these last couple years of his contract.
The John Schneider play it, prove it special.
Oh yeah. Yeah, seriously. John Schneider, he's one of the most frustrating GMs in the league.
Yeah.
The only reason he doesn't get sacked is because it might be frustrating, but it's effective.
It's well, he's done something right.
Yeah,
you
totally.
know? Like, I mean, he's got a Super Bowl.
Totally.
Should have 2, but let's not talk about that.
Anyways, what do you say we go through these divisions and pick our winners and losers?
Yeah, I got one more thing before we do that. Actually, I wanted to
Got you.
just back on the Seahawks train for a second.
Got you.
Have you seen the thing about the Seahawks saying that they're going to find ways to use Milroe even as Sam Darnold as the starter?
Like have him in for package plays and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, they're going to try and bring him in for packages. Now, do you think that's likely? Because, like, I'm thinking if I'm Sam Darnold, I don't really like that. Like, especially if I've got, like, incentive contracts where it's like I got to throw tutties or whatever, it's like you're going to bring this – I'm going to drive you down to the 5-yard line. You're going to bring Jalen Milroe in and fucking take my tutties away.
I would imagine
There's got to be something there.
I would imagine that they're probably going to have some 4th and 1, 4th and 2 packages for him.
Right.
Like 90% of them are running plays.
Yeah.
Which honestly I don't like.
No.
You gotta commit to something.
Yeah.
And I can understand the versatility, but look at what they did with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields last year. Like whoop-de fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoop-de fuck.
You were 9-8.
Yeah, exactly. No one needs that dual quarterback BS.
No, I agree.
But yeah, no, I'm cheerful for Milroe, but I think it's for the best. He just sits for a year.
Yeah, it sounds like he will be the QB3.
Yeah,
but they might try and use him, in certain
behind Drew Lock.
Yeah, it'll be Drew Lock.
Shout out big cock lock.
Big cock lock. On that note, let's talk about divisions. You want to do winners and losers in each division?
Yeah, we'll start in the AFC.
Sure.
We got the AFC East.
All right.
The Bills, the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Pats.
All right. Well, I mean, this one's easy for me. I'm thinking Bills first.
Yep.
I'm thinking last place. I mean, the Bills, I think, is the obvious pick for number one. The Dolphins aren't going to do it.
No.
Tua is just not healthy enough.
I'm a Tua hater.
Yeah, I mean, he's okay, but he's just like he's had like 9 concussions.
Bro, there's a fucking 200-pound linebacker in front of him, and he's gonna try and truck him over this year. Yeah. And just like that,
he never slides.
No. Fucking
coaching staff must hate it. But for last place in the division, oh man, it's tough between the Jets and the Pats. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the Pats. I think the Jets' defense is good enough to win them 5 games, 6 games. I think so. I don't think the Pats have done really much to prove it. I mean, they'll have to prove it, but I don't think they've done enough this offseason to like warrant too much of a change. I think they're going to be 4-13 again, or maybe 3-14.
Okay, I'm gonna rebut that. I'll agree with you on the Bills.
Yep.
I think that's a pretty safe choice.
Yep.
If the Dolphins came over the Bills, I feel like most people would be very surprised.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the Jets are gonna come last simply because of Drake May.
Interesting.
And the Pats, they've made some wide receiver additions. They added on Diggs mainly.
Okay.
Drake May's numbers last year in zone coverage were one of the highest in the league. Like when he was thrown into zone coverage, but when he was thrown into man coverage, it was one of the lowest in the league, which implies more on the receivers not being able to make the play.
Right.
Whereas zone coverage is he just has to make the read, and all the receiver, if you're running zone coverage, you've got a couple seconds to catch the ball.
Yeah, you're running into a safe space to
get the exactly. Ball. The quarterback's literally looking at who's in the soft spot, but you're throwing on man. The receiver's got to make a play.
Yeah.
But just there's a nerd stat for you right there. But I honestly think Drake May has a pretty good future with New England.
Interesting.
They got Mike Vrabel this year, which is obviously a fantastic hire. Huge Vrabel fan. When the Tennessee Titans fired him a couple years ago, everyone was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
Like, you lost Derrick Henry. That was the only good thing going for your franchise was Vrabel being a culture guy.
What, not Tannehill?
Interesting career arc for him.
All right, so you got the Jets last, you got the Bills first. So I think pretty close for us on that one. I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
What do you got next? AFC North?
I got AFC North, baby. Let's go Bengals, Browns, Ravens, Steelers.
You want me to go first again?
Yeah.
All right. This one's easy for me for first place. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
It's their first. Baltimore Ravens are first by a mile. In fact, I can go through this whole division. I think Pittsburgh finishes third. I think the Bengals are going to finish second, and I think the Browns are going to finish last.
Safe bet.
Yeah.
Safe bet.
I think the only flip-flop from last year is the Bengals will finish ahead of the Steelers, and I think that'll just be due to the fact that Burrow will be, healthy, and they got Chase. Like they're going to get 10 wins.
Yeah.
They're not going to go 9-8 again.
And if the Bengals were actually able to give him a defense, then the Ravens would have a run for their money for division winner.
Mm-hmm.
But Seaman, as a general management, doesn't know that the defensive side of the ball exists in football. They won't be able to come first, I don't think.
A lot of 52-48 games.
Yeah, and then the Browns are the pretty much bums. They're bums. They're
of
bums.
The league. Man, the poor Browns fans, dude. They it looked like they were on an upward trajectory after 2 decades of absolute garbage, and then they're right back at it.
Oh, dude, just a joke of a franchise.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the only thing I'll say about the Browns is I think this is the last year they have the Deshaun Watson contract.
Right.
So play out this last year, get the stink off you. For years, your cap has been just murdered by Deshaun's dead cap hit.
Yeah.
So play this last year, get the stink off you.
Yeah.
Probably get a regime change. Then we can try again.
You know what? You know what's funny about regime changes in the NFL is I feel like this happens so often where a team will draft a quarterback and so Shadur Sanders, for example. They'll draft a QB and, okay, the coaching staff's like, yeah, well, we can work with him. This is our guy, whatever. We're going to develop him. And then a year later, they can the coaching staff. And then the new coaching staff comes in and they want to draft a quarterback because they want to draft their guy.
Yeah.
And then they draft their guy. And then now this other quarterback is just left for fucking nothing. And it's so many careers end that way, I feel like. And it's really comes down to the coach being swapped out more than anything. Because what do you want to do if you're going to take over the Browns as a new head coach and a new general manager, you're going to want to draft the QB that you drafted, or you're going to want to start a QB that you've drafted. You're going to want to invest in a future in a guy that you like. You didn't draft these other players.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. That might be interesting. What do you think? Do you think Shadur's going to get into any games?
End of the season.
Yeah.
I think it'll go Flacco to start.
Yeah. He'll play the first 8. They're going to go 2-6.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's gonna play a couple games. It'll be on a downward trajectory.
Yeah.
Then I honestly think they'll play Pickett.
Yeah.
Because they went out and got him. They traded a pick for him.
They'll give him
this was
3
before
games
the draft, so they obviously like what they see in him.
Yeah.
And then I think it's not gonna go good with him because he has no roster around him.
Yeah.
And then they'll throw in Shadur. Or maybe even split time with Gabriel for the last couple games of the year.
I think you're right. I think they'll split.
The only thing that I am curious about is who the fuck has 4 quarterbacks on their roster? I wonder who's going to get the boot. If I had to bet, it'll probably be Gabriel.
I think so as well.
Because he was their 3rd round pick.
They fucked up there so bad.
Yeah, and
he was projected to be a 5th.
Yeah, and I was gonna say from what I've heard, he wasn't a 3rd round quarterback.
No, it was a bizarre pick there. So you think Browns last as well? Then do we agree on that one?
Yeah, pretty easy pick right there.
One little quick tidbit on the AFC North is it's interesting how the games finished for the teams last season. Besides Baltimore, I mean, they went 4-1 in their last 5. Steelers finished 10-7, second in the division. They lost their last 5 games.
The Steelers?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then the Bengals finished 9-8. They won their last 5 games.
Oh, no shit.
So that's interesting. The Steelers they're a funny franchise. What are your thoughts on them real quick before we move on? Because they're in a bit of a weird spot now too.
And bro, I feel like ever since Big Ben retired, they've just been in quarterback purgatory.
Yeah, disarray.
And fucking all of their draft like QB picks have been really weird. Like Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
I remember at the time he wasn't very highly touted, and they took him in the first round, and everyone was saying, "Oh, he went to college for Pitt, like University of Pittsburgh."
Yeah.
It's literally across the stadium from the Steelers.
So that's why you draft the guy?
Yeah, but everyone's like, "Oh, like they know him better than anyone. They must know him." But they've just been in quarterback purgatory. And
That's
I feel
not a
like
good sign.
I feel like them getting Rodgers was just accepting that this year's quarterback class wasn't very good, minus Cam Ward. There was really no one who was highly touted.
Yeah.
So I feel like Aaron Rodgers is just like a 1-year wild card team as they've been for the past 10 years.
Yeah, well, that's what I was just going to say is like what's so weird to me about that team is like, okay, they lose who was the receiver that they had there, the WR1?
Pickett.
No, he was. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So and then he goes to. Didn't he get dealt? Dallas. Yeah. So they pick up DK Metcalf and people are like, oh, this is one of the best receiving cores in the league. And then like 3 weeks later, they're like, oh, we trade Pickett.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
I think they were just sick of him because he's so like. I mean, to be quite literally out of control, dude.
Yeah.
He'll just be fucking having a fist fight with a cornerback at the 20-yard line.
Antonio Brown all over again.
Yeah, literally. What's up with fucking Steelers and getting these crazy guys?
Oh, God. And then they pick up DK, who's like, I love DK Metcalf. He was great as a Seahawk, but like he's a bit of a drama queen as well.
Yeah, and then I think I remember at the end of the season in their wild card loss, he had like a shitty game and a bunch of penalties, and the owner Wayne Rooney, I think, he was like came out, he was doing his like post-season interview, and he was like, yeah, no, we just don't have room for those actions in the locker room anymore. Like,
see you later.
Yeah, and then a couple months later they get DK and get him out of there.
What's the head coach's name again? Fucking
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. I'm surprised Mike Tomlin even put up with that shit.
Oh, totally.
Like, he doesn't seem like a kind of coach that lets that shit go.
No, he seems almost surprisingly laxed on that thing.
Yeah.
He just seems like a strict guy.
Yeah, he does, yeah. So you got Baltimore 1, Cleveland 4. We agree on that one.
Yeah, pretty easy.
AFC South.
AFC South.
Is that who you got next?
Yeah, Colts, Jaguars, Texans, Titans.
Colts, Jaguars.
Gonna go Texans.
Yeah.
And then last place, I'm going to go Titans.
Yeah, it's between the Titans and the Jags for me.
I like Cam Ward, but I feel like they just have a couple years of growth before they can do something.
Yeah, they do. They're going to be there. And then Indianapolis is probably going to finish 9-8, 8-9. Like they always do.
I think they'll finish over the Jags.
Yeah, the Jags. Man, how about Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah.
That like a bust, right? Is he considered a bust? I feel like he is.
Well, at the time he was drafted, he was supposed to be generational.
He was supposed to be like Peyton Manning.
And if you're power ranking him, like I'm not putting him as a bust, but like I'm putting him in like the maybe 12 to 17.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Very middle of the road QB.
Yeah, like
now is that is that a product of his environment? Or is it his skill set?
Well, I think one thing that's hampered him is I believe he was drafted by Urban Meyer.
Right.
That hurled debacle. Fucking Urban Meyer gets fired. Someone else gets hired. I forget his name. He gets fired. Doug Peterson,
right,
who was the coach last or 2 years ago, I think. And then, last year. And then Doug Peterson gets fired. And they hire Liam Cohen from the Bucks this offseason. And it's back to that thing where, like, you were saying a rookie will get drafted, the coach and staff likes him. regime change, the new regime doesn't like the quarterback.
Yeah.
I feel like he's stuck in that sense, but instead of the regimes not liking him, he's good enough where the regimes are like, okay, we can work with
this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does seem like an even-keeled guy.
Oh, totally. But yeah, I feel like if he went to a better franchise, I think he could have a higher ceiling.
Yeah.
But I don't think he has a top 5 ceiling.
And you think Texans first?
Texans first, big
Yeah.
time. CJ Stroud had a sophomore slump, but that's expected for almost every position.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good.
And
he's
then
good.
the running back is Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon, which I saw he was I'd have to check this. Joe Mixon on injury.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I think I heard something about that before the show.
Yeah, search that quickly.
I think he's out long term.
Long term?
Out for extended period with foot injury.
Fuck.
Major Texans crusher Joe Mixon to miss extended amount of time.
That's brutal.
Do.
Dude, and then if what was his name, Nico or Tank Dell, if he ever comes back from that knee injury,
Yeah.
do you remember that video?
No.
He got tackled at his knees,
Yeah.
and his whole body folded like that
Yeah.
at the knee.
Oh.
Like, so his face was touching his toes.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
It's like the Reggie Bush.
Yeah, he ripped every single ligament in his leg, like
Jesus.
total knee destruction.
That's gross.
So sad story, but yeah, like if he ever comes back, which sucks because he was a fucking good wide receiver for CJ Stroud to have.
Is that the weakest division in the AFC?
The weakest division in the AFC?
Yeah, I know we got one more to talk about still in the AFC, but is that the weakest in the AFC, you think?
I'd say one, yeah, definitely, because each division you look at it, there's at least two good teams.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
You got Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. You got Buffalo, Miami, and then who's the other division? Kansas, Chargers, Broncos. This is the best division coming up next, the AFC West.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
let's just recap AFC South. I think we both agree too.
Yeah,
Texans 1, Titans 4.
And the Colts and the Jags, it's like you guys definitely have wild card potential, but it's like they're the last team into the playoffs, and whoever plays them
bounces
mentally, it's like, okay, we get through this week.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going into that super worried.
No. All right, AFC West. Kansas, LA Chargers, Denver Broncos, Las Vegas Raiders. I got Kansas number 1. How do you not take them number 1? 15-2 last season. They're they're a staple.
Yeah.
Number 4, it's going to be Vegas.
Yeah.
It's going to be Vegas. The Chargers are too good. The Broncos, I think, are going to actually take a step this year. I think they might finish above the Chargers this year.
Yeah.
It's going to have to do with Bo Picks. Is it Bo Nix or is it Bo Picks? We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see about his future. I'm the same, as much as I hate to say it, because I'm a huge Pete Carroll fan.
Me too.
But the Chiefs, obvious number 1.
Yeah.
That's pretty self-explanatory. The only thing I will say is I also agree with you, and the Broncos are going to have a better record than the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this year's a big year for Justin Herbert to either keep going on the path he's been going or take a big step forward.
Yeah, he's got to do something this year.
He got a full season with John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
They've built a bit of a relationship.
Quarterback whisperer.
Yeah, exactly. Like the longer you play with someone, like the more you're gonna know with them, jive with them, know what they like.
Yeah.
What do you feel comfortable with on 3rd and down? I literally have 2 pages of plays just for that moment.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I feel like the Raiders, huge Pete Carroll fan, but they're still a couple years away.
They are.
Pete Carroll was hired there to build a culture. Hopefully they can build a team for him to use while he's still there.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still a couple years away. I think the story of the division, though, will be Broncos or Chargers coming up as number 2.
Yeah. Do you think this is the strongest division in the AFC?
In the AFC, big time.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I think the only one that could rival it would be the AFC North.
Yeah, that's the only one. And that's really dependent on how Pittsburgh does.
Yeah, exactly. And like like I was saying, minus the AFC South, there's 2 good teams in every division.
Yeah.
But the AFC North, there's 3 all right teams.
Yeah.
It just so happens the West has 3 really fucking good teams.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll see. I'm actually excited to see Vegas this year. I've been also a generational hater on the Broncos, and to be fair, I'm excited to watch them this year as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think it'll be. I mean, I don't know if you know that about me. I think I've said it before. I just love watching the Broncos lose.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. You want to move into the NFC now?
Yeah, totally.
We got 4 more divisions here, and then we'll wrap it up.
Real quick, last question I'll say about the AFC.
Yeah.
Who do you think are the 2 wild card teams?
Ooh, the 2 wild card teams. I'm gonna take the Chargers,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take the Bengals.
And the Bengals.
Yeah.
Or sorry, there's 3 wild card teams.
Right. So if the third one, then the third one's the one that like just squeaks in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably maybe the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Maybe if Tua can stay healthy, I can see them squeaking in.
I was going to say I'm going to go Dolphins, Steelers, Chargers.
So you think the Bengals are going to clinch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of I was on the fence about that. I just don't know how the Steelers are going to do this year with Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf. I think it could be
way too big of a variable.
I think it could be terrible.
Yeah.
I think it has the potential to be really good, but I think it could also be an absolute dumpster fire.
Yeah. It definitely could go south quickly. I think the one thing I will give them is I feel like the whole Aaron Rodgers, where's he going to sign thing was more played out.
It was so stupid. Everyone knew he was going there for so long.
Well, yeah, and honestly, in my opinion, I feel like you look at when he went to the Jets and he like took a couple days off or something.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, he's not there. Like, what's he doing? And then it was like reported that 3 months earlier his friend was having a wedding there.
Right.
So he like told the Jets like, hey, like these 2 days at training camp, like I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah.
So
and of course it's the New York Jets, so everything is under a fucking microscope.
Oh
there.
yeah, the New York media. Fuck, you'd think the Vancouver Canucks media was savage.
It's not even close when it comes to, especially the Jets, who've been terrible.
Yeah, and imagine being like a Yankees player. The scrutiny would be crazy.
Yeah, it'd be insane.
But yeah, I feel like he just didn't want like off-season stuff to deal with, so he was just literally waited until the last second to sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Storylines couldn't be spinned and shit.
That's smart. I can see that for
Yeah.
sure. Probably did a couple ayahuasca trips.
he was deep in himself. But yeah, no, honestly,
Another good Netflix documentary,
what
the Aaron Rodgers one.
is it?
It's good.
Is it?
It's worth a watch. Yeah, it's worth a watch.
No shit. Couple episodes?
I think it's 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll have to take a boo at that. I guess my only other note from the South is I only have the Texans getting into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Looking at the other like,
well, the Colts would have been like if there's a 4th wild card. I'd have the Colts there. So they're probably the first team looking in. That's not going to get in.
I just feel like if you look at the quote unquote mid teams in that division, it's like you got the Jags and Colts mid. You guys are at the bottom of mid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, the Colts, the one thing that they have going for them is they have 4 games against Jacksonville and Tennessee. They have to go 4-0 in those games, and if they can do that,
they got to take advantage of that.
Yeah, they have to take advantage of that, right? So, I mean, we'll see.
Totally. Well, let's move over to the NFC.
Where are we starting?
Here's a spicy division to start with, the NFC East.
Oh, baby.
The Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants.
My favorite division in football.
Yeah.
I hate to say this as a Commanders fan. This fucking hurts, but it's going to be the Eagles at number 1.
You can't be upset at yourself.
No.
I feel like that's pretty obvious.
No. And then at number, I think it's going to go the exact same way it went last year. It's going to be 1 Philly, 2 Washington, 3 Dallas, 4 New York.
Yeah. And throwback to like one of our first episodes when they released the NFL schedule.
Yeah.
I pointed this out at the time. The Giants statistically have the hardest schedule in
Oh,
the
that's
entire
right.
league.
I remember that. And wasn't number 2 the Bears?
The number 2 was the Bears, I think.
Yes.
Or no, sorry, it was the Lions.
It was the Lions,
And
okay.
then the Bears.
Then the Bears, but still two of the worst teams in the league with 2 of the 3 hardest schedules.
Oh, totally. And that'll be an interesting team to watch this year. The Lions just losing a couple key players. They lost both of their offensive coordinators. It'll be interesting to see what they can do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm the same. I have the Eagles clinching. I have the Commanders in as a wild card team.
Yeah.
And then the Cowboys. I don't hate the Cowboys team. I'm just not a huge Dak Prescott fan.
Yeah.
So
I'm the same.
I think they'll get double-digit wins this year.
Yeah.
But-
yeah, they'll be better.
But with a crowded division like that, I don't see them being cracking the second place spot.
I think they'll be 10-7. Maybe 11-6. I think the Commanders will probably be around like 13-4.
Yeah.
It's funny when I say those numbers, I want to say 13-3.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Keep it an even number.
Yeah, well, I'm just so, was this the first year of 17 weeks or 18 weeks, I should say?
It
17
was.
games? Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. Okay, so NFC North, we talking to Lions, you got Lions, Vikings, Packers, Bears. What do you got here? This is an interesting division.
I'm going to go Lions 1.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't think they'll be as much as a powerhouse, but I still see them doing better.
Mm-hmm. 12-5 kind of thing.
Yeah, so my logic is
Minnesota's not going 14-3.
Minnesota's not going 14-3. No one knows what JJ McCarthy is.
Yeah.
Their rookie from last year who tore his ACL, and then Sam Darnold stepped up.
Yeah.
I don't see them going 14-3 with a rookie. And then the Packers, I don't think Jordan Love is that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
I think he's as mid as they come.
Yeah, no pun intended here, but they fucking love Jordan Love there.
Oh, they do, and like I understand.
They're like, he's the next Aaron Rodgers, and it's like you can't just go from Favre to Rodgers to Love. Like, you know what I mean? Love's not. There's no chance this guy's going to be anywhere near as good as these last two guys. And like you said, he's so mid.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like he does have top 10 moments and stuff like this.
He's
But
in that 12 to 17 range again, right? Like the Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I just don't think he's consistent enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got it going. Lions. I do think the Packers will do better than the Vikings. So Lions, Packers, Vikings, Bears.
What about the quarterback situation in Chicago?
In Chicago, it'll be interesting to see how this Ben Johnson thing goes.
Yeah.
I will say I like what he's been doing.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams last year, he was sacked the most times in one season in NFL history.
Oh my God.
I think it was 67 sacks. But so they take the Lions offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson,
Yeah.
and they get an entire new O-line. They replaced 4 out of the 5 starters.
Okay.
Literally build the team from the trenches.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia fucking method.
We've talked about that before, how important that is on this show.
Yeah, so I do think...
But again, third hardest schedule. But
Yeah.
the quarterback situation specifically, I think Caleb Williams will have a better year.
Yeah,
He'll be more protected.
Well, this is how fucked up the Bears are, dude. There's some stat, and in season, like most yards thrown in a season by every single Chicago Bears quarterback, Caleb Williams is already in like the top 15 off of his rookie season.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how,
After being sacked 67 times.
Yeah, that's how bad of a quarterback history the Bears have.
Jesus. Mitch Trubisky.
But I do
The
like
legend.
I do like Caleb Williams, but like that's a brutal division to try and get good in, man.
Yeah, that's probably the toughest in the NFC West or NFC outside of the one we just talked about, the East.
Yeah. No, that's just a brutal division to get good in, and in every division there's got to be a bad team.
Yeah, I mean Chicago's going to get 6 losses just within their division.
Yeah. Anyways, on to the NFC South. This one's a hard pick for me, but more for who could come in last place. I think can we both agree Bucks won?
Bucks won for sure.
And then, so my thing is, the Panthers were terribly bad last year.
Yeah.
And then in the second half of the season, in Bryce Young's sophomore season,
Yeah.
a light clicked.
Yeah, something he got better. They
Oh,
went 2-3 in the last 5.
Yeah, and he started playing really good.
Mm-hmm.
So is that going to transfer over, or is that a flash in the pan?
I think it'll transfer over enough to the point where they will be better than the Saints.
You think so?
I don't know what the fuck the Saints are doing.
No, they're brutal, dude. They're fucking drafting a shitty quarterback, and the thing that pisses me off about them, dude, is literally for like a decade at this point, they've been known as like cap geniuses, because I think we've talked about this before. Every year they go $80 million dead cap into the season.
Yeah.
And they pull off like cap magic and just push it down the road, push it down the books.
Mm-hmm.
But each year they do this, and that's like a go all in move. Like the next 2 or 3 years is our Super Bowl window.
So
fuck the cap for the next 5 years.
What they're doing is they're kicking the can down the road, but they're terrible.
Yeah, but they're not even going for it, dude.
They're going for first overall pick.
I honestly think the Saints are gonna come last.
Is that where Travis Hunter went?
No, he went to Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Oh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be interesting storyline.
Yeah, that'll be fun to watch.
And I think well, once again, we got to get Snoop on the podcast, man. Shout out Snoop. But he was saying that he's taken wide receiver 1 reps over, he's taken cornerback first reps. And Snoop, he was talking about how it's just technically sounder to get going as a quarterback. Mm-hmm. And then you can transfer that over to wide receiver because you understand the position better.
Interesting.
Like yeah, we really got to get him on badly.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'd like to have that conversation, understand the logic behind that. So you got Bucks 1, you got Saints 4. 2, 3. I think Atlanta. What do you think about Michael Penix? Do you think he'll have a good year?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I
think the Falcons are going for another average 8 and 9, 9 and 8 year.
Yeah, I agree. All right, moving on to the NFC West, the final division. Our Seattle Seahawks, Rams, Hawks, Cardinals, 49ers. This is an interesting division.
Would you say?
I don't think the 49ers are finishing 6-11 this year.
No. It's a hard pick between the Niners and the Rams.
Yeah.
Hard to say as a Seahawks fan, but that's just
I think it's the Rams. I think they're
so?
I think they're one of the best teams in the league. I think they're actually underrated. I think they're going to be good.
Sean McVay, without a doubt, one of the best coaches in the league.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Rams will come out on top in this division, and then I think it'll be the Niners, and the Niners will go like 10-7 or something like that, maybe 11-6.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of it's dependent on McCaffrey, but if they can get a full season out of McCaffrey, I think they're destined for at least double-digit wins. And then I got Seattle at 3, and I got Arizona at 4.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the people I'm reading online, they're saying Seahawks are going to go 8-9 or they're going to go 7-10. And I think that's probably realistic for the Seahawks this season, 8-9.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them make the playoffs, but I think they're going to miss out this year.
No, totally. I as a Hawks fan, I feel like Sam Darnold's just not a stopgap quarterback, because that's just 1 year, but like a 3-year option.
Yeah, and
it gives
exactly. I mean, I think the Seahawks have potential to go 11-6 this year, or maybe even 12-5.
Yeah,
but I think they also could go the opposite direction and go 8-9 or 7-10.
Oh, totally.
I think there's a big gap there, and I don't really know what to expect with Sam Darnold. I don't really know what to expect with their receiving core with Cooper Kupp. He's old. Who did they get? Who's the deep threat?
Martez, Vantez,
Scantling. Yeah. So there's another another guy that's kind of like a middling wide receiver. So you got Kupp, him, and then no Noah Fant now. So you got Barber there. Sorry, there's a concert going on out back. I don't know if that's getting picked up on the fucking mic or not, but it is loud.
It is.
We can hear it here in the shack. I feel like it's in your backyard right now.
Oh, it's just across the road. It's got to be. And it sounds like it's right here.
But yeah,
Anyways, we'll just hope that it's not getting picked up this whole time.
Whatever. All good if it is. Not a big deal. What are your thoughts on the Seahawks, though? I mean, obviously it's our team. So what do you think? You think a kind of a 7-10, 8-9 season?
Yeah, I'm thinking a bit more optimistic than that. Like,
Yeah.
we'll be shooting for double digits.
Okay.
I don't think we'll have an amazing offensive year,
Mm-hmm.
but my take of the year, and I'm also going to apply this to our football fantasy league, is Seahawks defense is going to be top 7, top 5 defense.
Wow.
Yeah. I think they've really put together a nasty Seahawks roster on defense.
Oh, that could be good to watch.
No, and Mike McDonald, he's just such a defensive genius, and his schemes are so complex that like players have said that it takes like literally almost half a year to a full year just to learn his like defensive scheme.
Right.
Learn assignments, learn adjustments and all that. Mm-hmm. And it's just such a complex defensive plan, but once they get it, it goes crazy. Look at his time in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Like, look at what he did over there.
Yeah, no shit.
They had a nasty defense for the 5 years he was there.
Yeah, and what are your picks for 3 wild cards for the NFC?
3 wild cards.
We'll do that, and then we can wrap the show up here and hit the old dusty trail.
I'm probably gonna go Niners.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go Green Bay.
Yeah.
I think they'll get in over the Vikings in that division.
Yeah.
And then
you got Washington.
Yeah, Washington.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Washington will be the wild card 1, and then I think it's going to be 49ers, and I'm going to take Green Bay.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Green Bay over the Vikings.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was almost thinking of taking the Seahawks, but again, I feel like it's like they could be anywhere from 7 and whatever 11 to fucking 12-5.
Yeah.
So, or 6-11, excuse me. Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited. But anyways, we got NFL. We actually have football this week.
We do.
We have football this week. Preseason 1. We're not going to see any starters or very few, but
hey,
it'll
we
be
got
fun.
football in our life,
We got
ladies
football.
and gentlemen.
We are officially 4 or 5 weeks away from week 1.
Beautiful.
Oh, speaking of which, I got to mention something. This is my anniversary there this week on Wednesday, and my wife gave me a book of coupons.
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't get into all the details of the coupons, but one of the coupons is a coupon for sports all day.
Oh.
Yeah. So as you know, as a parent of a 2.5-year-old, a sports all day coupon to me, that's huge.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of maybe using that the first Sunday and just NFL red zoning it. So maybe we should hit something up for that. And I mean, we're 5 weeks away, but it might be good to watch some games together, maybe throw some bets on.
Dude, it should be like a statutory holiday, the kickoff weekend.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, the
Seriously.
Monday, the Recovery Monday.
Oh, Recovery Monday. It's like
That's why I've always wondered, why is the Super Bowl not on a Saturday?
I was just going to say that's why I book off the last like 4 years.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
Yeah,
Book off the Monday after the Super Bowl.
done.
Like, seriously.
I'm going to have to do that for next year.
Oh, seriously,
yeah.
dude. Then because it's super lame, it's like, there's a long halftime. The game goes until 9 p.m. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I got to go to bed.
Yeah, you've been drinking all day. It's
No,
like,
we're
you want to
having,
just keep
we're
it
having
going.
an after party like we just won the Super Bowl.
That's right. All right. Well, on that note, we'll wrap it up there. This was episode 10. Oh, speaking of which, episode 9, obviously, we noticed had some issues uploading onto YouTube. So we'll get that up there as well with, episode 10 if you're listening to this now.
Yeah,
And-
sorry about the wait on YouTube.
Yeah, sorry about the wait on there. And folks, don't forget to hit that like on YouTube with the subscribe button. It helps us out, helps grow the podcast, and throw a follow and share with your friends on Spotify.
Football's back, baby.
Football's back. As always, I'm Matt Parnell, joined alongside by Lucas Fanslaw. This has been another episode of Couchside Sports.